How many of you have ever been encouraged by another person in your life? Everybody? You should be. At least mom or dad, I hope. Encouragement. Boy, you know it is getting to be a rarer and rarer commodity in this day and age. A new energy has taken its place. It's called criticism. Well, you didn't make that hot enough. Or you didn't put enough of this flour in the cake. You didn't do this. You didn't fill up the car. You didn't wash you didn't mow the yard. What's wrong with you? And see, that implies there is something wrong with us, that we're lacking, that we're faulty. I read a story this week, and it's a true story, I'm assuming, online, about a young boy who went home, and as they all do, they all have to make a science project back in those days. And he decided to make one of those little volcano things, and where you make the paper mache volcano and you put the baking soda down in there and you pour in. And he wanted to make it look red like real lava. So he got some cherries and that cherry juice that's red, and he mashed them all up and put it in there. Then he started listening to his idiot brother who said, yeah, well, that baking soda is just going to foam a little bit. Let's put some real power down there. So they put some real power down there, and of course then they poured in all the goo and all the juice and all the cherry things and everything, and they made it go or whatever, and all of a sudden, boom, the thing blew up, and there was cherry goo all over the kitchen, all over the table, all over them. I mean, it was everywhere, and lo and behold, Mom walks in. Rough day at work, Mom walks in, there's her idiot son, trying to explode volcanoes. And she looked at the boy, and he was scared because he knew, at 9 years old or 8 years old, his life has ended. And, he didn't get much of a run with it. But he looked at Mom with eyes full of fear, and she said, well, maybe we need to try it again. Next time we'll get it right. And she started cleaning it up, saying, let me clean this up first, and then we'll put that volcano back together. He says that was a momentous time in his life. And of all the things and all his experiences and all everything, for some reason his brain keeps flashing back to the day that Mom could have killed him. But instead saying, well, let's try it again. And that has bled through in much of his professional life. I'm talking about Steven Spielberg. When he started making movies and things didn't go well, he tried his best never to holler at the actors, the actresses, or anybody. He said, let's set it up. Let's try it again. We'll get it right. If it takes 10 times, it takes 10 times. And he's a very respected man for that way, because most of Hollywood is not that way. And when asked what makes him so different, he went back to that story about his mom and that volcano and his idiot brother that helped him blow the whole kitchen, make a mess out of it. Wow. You never know what a little bit of encouragement will do, can you? Sometimes I think of the lowly oyster. Anybody here ever been a lowly oyster? Some of you kind of look like it. The lowly oyster that gets a little irritant in there, a hunk of sand, a grain of rock or something. And it's really irritable to the little fellow, believe it or not. But over the years, the sea comforts it, and encourages it, and then pretty soon, what was once a failure or a mistake becomes a beautiful, beautiful gem. Encouragement. You never know how and how far and how long and what it can accomplish. A kind word, a humble thought, a graceful action, or a merciful hand extended. We're going to talk about that this morning. It's funny that in all of the Bible, and all of the people, and all of the kings, and all of the prophets, even the apostles and the Son of God, one man is mentioned only as an encourager. Barnabas the encourager. The guy who was filled with the Spirit, full of love, and always positive. Never negative. Always positive. We can do it. I've already failed twice. We'll try it a third time. We can do it. We'll just stand one final time. We're going to sing a final song.